Hello everyone and welcome to Orange University. On tonight's episode, Dimir, play yourself. So this is the deck that I came up with way back in the what is that called again? The criminal Carlos's house. And basically same deck but with Thunder Junction kind of slotted in. I don't think I have any Thunder Junction cards in this deck because I don't think any cards really pop off with this deck. Overall though, it is the same kind of card still hits pretty well to our opponent, and they really can't stop what we're trying to do, which is play our opponent's deck. We got Outrageous Robbery to play their deck, Kotose to play their deck, the End to exile cards from their deck, and Deadly Cover-Up to, again, exile cards from their deck, along with a board wipe. So this whole deck is kind of played in a style where we're stopping our opponent from playing what the combo, the synergy that they want in their deck. But a lot of the times when you steal one card, so you can't really use synergy on one of your opponent's card. But with Robbery, with Kotose, we can steal a lot of cards from our opponent's deck, and then we can use their synergy against them. Even better than that, we have the End and Deadly Cover-Up to stop all of their deck synergy from actually working. Of course, we also need Path to Peril for board wipe, so we got double board wipe in 4 Path and 4 Deadly Cover-Up. To get to the white mana in Path to Peril, we also have the Celestis. So that's the whole idea of the deck. Now let's talk about every single card. In the early game, we got to have a lot of removal. I'm going to move this over here, I'm going to move this over here. So in the early game, all the removal we're going to have is 3 Cut Down, 2 March of Wretched Sorrow, 2 Bitter Triumph, 4 Go for the Throw, and 2 Virtual Persistence. You can see the amount of removal we have in the early game because everyone's playing mono red and early game helps. Again, Virtual Persistence is a 2 mana removal that can also double back as a 7 mana late game to bring back our creatures, which is pretty good. Then in the 3 drop, we have 2 Liliana to make our opponent discard or sack a creature, 4 Path of Peril to make sure that we wipe the board from those pesky Boros, and we have 2 Phyrexian Arena for that sustainable card draw against a control deck, right? You'll see in a lot of games when we play control, Phyrexian Arena is going to help us draw the cards we need. Along with that, we also have 2 Celestis. This doesn't draw cards, but it does help us filter or loot cards, right? Draw and discard a card, but it also ramp us with extra mana. This deck is very mana intensive, so we need to ramp, but in Dimir, we don't really have any way to ramp other than the Celestis. In the 4 drop, we have 1, the End, and our only counter spell of the deck, Ertai Resurrected. So we can counter our opponent's cards. They don't really see it coming because it's mostly mono black. But Ertai Resurrected does help get us there with the counter target spell, activate ability, or trigger ability. Ertai basically stops anything from happening. ETB, gone. Creatures, gone. If you have a Cavern to play your Atraxa, we can counter the Atraxa's triggered ability. That's crazy. So Ertai is very good in this deck. And then for 5 drop, we have 4 Deadly Cover-Up to, we mainly want to have the Collect Evidence 6 to exile card from our opponent's deck, right? We can just tear apart their deck. Kotose does the same thing, but she's also a creature, so she's got tempo advantage on board. And then we have Deadly or Outrageous Robbery to rob our opponent a lot of cards, right? This is X mana spell, so we can, if we have 10 mana, we can rob 8 cards. It's insane how much cards we can rip out of our opponent's deck. But because it's mana intensive deck, you can look at it. We need to have 26 lands along with the 2 Celestis. So we got a lot of mana in this deck. We got 3 islands, 1 Otawara, 3 swamps, 1 Takenuma. Then we have the fast lands, 4 Darkslick Shores, the slow lands for Shipwreck Marsh. We have 2 man lands in Restless Reef to help mill our opponent, and once their cards in their graveyard, Deadly Cover-Up and Kotose can get to work. We have 4 Undercity Sewers to help us surveil, because there are a lot of early games where surveil help us get our better draws. And then we have 2 Cavern of Souls. This is very important in the deck. Cavern of Souls naming humans. The only 4 creatures in the deck, 2 Ertai, 2 Kotose, they're all humans. So that stops our counterspell opponents from countering our deck. Then Kotose comes in and we steal all of their counterspells and they're screwed. Fun. And also Cavern of Souls on Ertai makes we have an uncounterable counter spell. Last word on our opponent. And then of course we have 2 Demolition Fields to kill our opponent's mana lands or kill their Cavern of Souls maybe if we want to. But Demolition Field is just there for fun. If you don't have it, I don't think it will matter as much because the mana lands get killed by all of our removals. Most of it, right? The only thing we can't use is Virtue because it's a sorcery. Everything else can kill mana lands just as well. And we can also steal our opponent's Demolition Field with Outrageous Robbery, Deadly Cover-Up, Kotose, all kinds of good stuff. So yeah, it's sick deck. This is the kind of deck I like to play because it makes our opponent want to pull their hair out. That's fun. That's really all I got. Let's go into the games. Alright, our opponent is Failure Disciple. Have I played this guy before? His name sounds familiar. Are you the disciple of failure? Or do you fail at being a disciple? I don't know. Let's keep going. We'll say hi. Here's a marsh. Here's a Darkslick Shores. Cool. Get rid of that. Get a Restless Reef. You can play a Shieldred. I don't know what I'm gonna take out. Are they gonna play the Shieldred? Oh yeah. That's gonna be bad for them. Huh, no, he's not gonna play Shieldred? He just names Phyrexian? Preacher. Alright, well, Preacher it is. Guess he's gonna go to combat. Do I just let him draw a card? I mean, I can just Ertai this, right? He draws a card. But I lose my counterspell. Do I take out his Galissas? Do I take out his Preachers? Do I want a Preacher myself? Do I want a Galissa myself? That's kind of funny. Alright, you know what? I might want a Preacher myself. And I want to DN the Shielded. So let's kill this Preacher. You draw a card. You can definitely come after my Ertai. I don't think that's smart, but you can do it. Cut down. Whoa, okay. Not missing my card draws. Liliana. Cool.
No more distractions. Let's move this quick. We all have things we'd rather.
He discards his Liliana. Alright, this is as long, right? For as long as I control Kotose, I may play that card. Do I want to get rid of the Liliana? I mean, if I play Kotose, he's just gonna... just attack this way. Mill you for 4. There's a Shieldred.
Fine. I'll take my zombies and leave.
You better. There's a Shieldred. Alright, before I draw, I know I'm doing this. Gix Command, Virtue, Tranquil. Alright. There's no Shieldred left in his deck. It's got 2 Shieldreds overall. I need to build up to 8 mana for Kotose his Liliana. Or you can just Gix Command, bring back Galissa right now. It's pretty annoying. Is he going to be able to block? Oh, he can't even Gix Command. Okay, I can Kotose out a 2-drop. The Caustic Bronco? I have a lot of high drop in the deck, so I don't think I want to take out a Caustic Bronco, right? I definitely want to take out the Liliana. I think that's the scariest card. Or Galissa. Yeah, I might need the Galissa against the Virtue. Well, then he would just Virtue the Galissa. That's not smart at all. Ah, took 4 lands out. So you have a go for the throw or something? Alright, I just need 1 more land. It's gonna Gix Command now. Jeez. Alright. No? That's interesting. Well, I could Celestus, but his Tranquil Throwback would just break my Celestus. If I Kotose the Liliana, he's gonna make me sacrifice the Kotose? Yeah, that's not worth it. Maybe he's holding back the Gig's command to draw better cards. Which I mean I get, but it's not, that's not the best thing in the world to do. He's really roping on the Celeste display. Just rope all the way. On a Celeste. Ah, no wonder he's a failure disciple. Do I want to draw an extra card here, or do I want to hit him for another 4? Don't think he's going to turn a Cottage Life to block. I could hit him for another 4 and mill 4 cards. 4 more cards. He might just be roping out. Yeah, our opponent is salty roping. I mean, he doesn't have a bad hand. I drew a lot of lands. He's just a wuss. Alright, Cavern of Souls named Phyrexian. I removed the only Phyrexian, right? That's not a Phyrexian, it's a Vampire Cleric. Ah, it's Galissa's a Phyrexian. There's that. The whole rope. And nothing but the rope, so help me God. Take action. I get a Surveil. Cool. I get my Virtue. If he plays the Tranquil Throwback and breaks the Celestis, I can Virtue him. So there's something. That's a 3-3. But he already roped, so I think this game is not over, but gone, because he's not here. Unfortunately. Alright, it was a fun game while it lasted, but our opponent's a coward. And Arena's just full of cowards. People who don't want to play the game out if they're not 100% in the winning seat. I get that if you're going to lose 100%, you just GG out, but why would you just roll like this? What do I even Kotose out here? Does he have a... I could take the Liliana, but I don't really want to discard my hand. I could discard a pack. For now. Alright, they're out. GG. Whatever. Alright, our opponent is Larry Burman. Returning a lot. That's Harvey. Is that his brother? We're gonna go first. Undercity Sewers, Darkslick Shores. Good enough. What kind of a top deck are we gonna get? Bitter Triumph? Yeah, okay. Bitter Triumph's fine. Restless Spire. Is that the same deck though? Might have a better game against the same deck. No, it's Spiring Advantage. Okay, so that's looking to be a controlled deck. It'll probably have counter spells, but I don't think I have a chance not to play Phyrexian Arena. Oh, it's out. Cool. He's gonna march this? It's gonna cost a lot of march. That's Jeskai control, right? Feels like a Jeskai control deck. We get our march. Okay, I have to play this land now. Don't know how we're gonna press the advantage. Probably through a Liliana. We draw 2 cards a turn. Can't do anything with the 2 card a turn. But we do draw 2 cards a turn. So the Bitter Triumph can definitely discard cards. We died in like 20 turns. This be one of those games. Kotose. Otawara. Gotta discard 2 cards, huh? Ooh boy. Okay, I guess we'll discard a Path of Peril. I'm losing the advantage because of our opponent not doing anything. And I can't really do anything if he has the Dragon Lord. Or the Zurgo and Ojutai. Temporary lockdown. Cool. Am I gonna get a temporary lockdown though? Do I care about a temporary lockdown? Don't think so. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I could play the Virtue and have that get countered. Does that do me any good? Use up one of his counter spells? Am I doing anything on his turn? I gotta discard a card, right? Here you can counter this. Pretty sure he wants to counter it. I mean, I'm tapped out, so there's no reason not to. Wow, okay. Sure. Flanker. Interesting. He cast a flanker into a Virtue. Like, he didn't even exile anything, so what's the deal? I mean, he looks like he's trying to kill me. Okay. Very aggressive. I commend you for that aggression. Do I play the Kotose? I gotta discard a card, right? Maybe I can discard a Kotose. Or no, I can just Bitter Triumph. And discard the Kotose. Yeah, let's do it this way. I don't think he's gonna protect a flanker. It'd be funny if he does. Because I got an uncounterable Ertai here. 3 steps ahead. Oh, I really want that gone. Counter this. You draw that card. Get rid of this. Now what? You can't exile both graveyards. Uncounterable Ertai is fun. But it's gone now. I don't have that anymore. Restless Spire. Cool. You can scry. I don't mind it. Let's kill it before he scries. Do you got a counterspell? No. You lost your land. To the top. Oh, it doesn't matter. You're gonna shuffle. Celestus. Cool. Let me bring back my Kotose. And we will exile the flanker. What is in your hand? Helix, Knockout Blow, Depopulate, Sunfall. Yeah, I don't want him to have more of that. What is in his hand? Knockout Blow? That doesn't do anything. Sunfall, Depopulate. The Sunfall is annoying, right? A library. Typical Jess guy. Does he have... He does not have the... Oh no, it's right there. Zurgo and Ojutai. I can flank her whenever. Not that it matters. But he's gonna Sunfall. What do I want to take out? A Lightning Helix is pretty fun. Alright, I could definitely do that right here. Oh, I should attack first. Maybe I'll let him Sunfall me. Knockout blow. He draws 2 cards. Okay, cool. Restless Anchorage. Did I show my Demolition Field? Okay, he might have a counter spell. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Moves for 8. Oh, GG. I was gonna kill my own Kotose. That way I can bring it back and exile another card. But he's just out. Alright, our opponent is Korea Man. Okay. Korea Man. This is a terrible hand. We got no black mana. And 2 Ertais. All the Ertais in the deck, right here. Let us peace out. I can't even peace out here because he's taking forever for mulligan. But definitely mull this. Come on. Jeez, it took him an hour to mulligan this. Alright, let's... I guess. Is this better? I guess we'll put back an Otawara. Might be better to draw it later as a spell rather than a land. Do we though? Or do we put back an island? Maybe they'll Field of Ruin us? Yeah, you know what? Put back an island. Come on. This mulligan took like 2 minutes. Our opponent thing is in finals and got regionals. Okay. GG. Wuss. Alright, our opponent is Neffel. My Little Pony. Opponent's a brony. You go first. March. Celestis. Good enough. We'll say the hi. Can we get a land, please? Path of Peril. Do I want the Path of Peril? And if they're aggro, Path of Peril can kill it. If they're not aggro, then I can pitch it to Celestis. Swamp. Hopeless Nightmare. Alright, well, I don't think I need to cover up for that. Pixie. Kill the Pixie in response. Nightmare. Celestis. Which is a horrendous opener for me. Because our opponent has the craziest cards. Alright. Good for you. There goes my Celestis. I think I just steal 2 cards here. Could have stolen 3, but it is what it is. Do I just kill that and hope that I draw a better card? I guess I do. Scries 2 to the top. If you're gonna scry 2 to the top like that, I would like those cards. Novice Inspector. Let's go for the Thor before we can do anything with it. Gotta be careful with the right, because it goes into his graveyard. Okay. That's fine. It's an artifact that does 1 damage to me each turn. I draw a card, it's a land. Go to my turn, I draw March. Snail, exile a card. Places a Ganjo, that's his 7th land. He still has the right. Path of Peril. Not very useful here. Buy myself a few turns, but I don't know how long. Oh, okay. I guess those are all the turns I'm gonna have. Aquazat. Can I even draw anything good here? Well, okay. I guess it is possible. What do I take out here? 5, 6. Take out the Aquazat. Take out the right. I only have 1 card, so his Aquazat can come back. So I think I'll take out the Aquazat here. He's got a Novice Inspector in his hand. That's all the Aquazats in his deck. Plays the Inspector. Plays a Hopeless Nightmare. Gets rid of my Path of Peril. Draws a card. Does he play it? It's a land. Okay. Liliana. Well, he's just gonna target the Liliana like this. Not much of a choice here, honestly. At least I can make him lose his creature, right?
Happy to help, but I'm taking the credit when you win. Ah, one of your friends has to leave.
I have 1 stolen card from Robbery. Conceal Courtyard. Let's see if he does it. He wants to kill Lily. He does kill Lily. Does he keep to the top? No, none to the top. So I don't need to. I don't need the Demolition Field here.
That's my
Can I draw a land? Unfortunately, it is a land that I cannot use. That means he gets a free turn. Do whatever he wants. Oh, come on. What did he get? Some graveyard shenanigan? Takenuma? Bring back the Fortune, Pixie, Snail. Do I have anything he can cast? Not really. To the, well, 1 to the top, huh? Well, let's get rid of your 1 to the top. Another land. So he could phase out something out, right? At the end of combat, exile it, and up to 1 creature that saddled it, and return those cards to the battlefield. Let's hope. Let's hope he bricks. So, oh, come on. Just after I use the land. Sort of a brick, but it's not a complete brick. What can I bring back here? Tiny Bones? Tiny Bones is Death Toucher. This draws me a card. Do I need to draw the card? I think drawing the card here is pretty important. Oh. Well then. Do I draw the card first? Or do I deadly cover up and take out... What do I take out here that's scary? The Pixie? Is the Pixie even scary? I can take out the Loyal Steed, right? I think he might just turn the Restless Fortress live. Let's draw a card first. Maybe I get a removal. Cut down. Not quite a removal. I just have 5 lands. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have 6. Alright, let's go with 2 Path of Perils. I'm more afraid of the Pixies, honestly, than the Fortune. I don't know how many Fortunes he has. Let's get rid of all his Pixies. His deck definitely has Pixies. He's got Virtue, Hostile Investigator, Yawgmoth. Jeez, alright, it's a pretty stacked deck. Stole a card, can never use it, going down on life. Kinda scary. Let's see if he just gets Salty Quit. Yeah, Salty Quit. Loser. Stop playing bad decks. Alright, our opponent is the Berna Porto. Eldrazi's not legal. Get out of here with your Eldrazi. So opponent goes first. Uh-oh. We have a cover-up, but can I get there? Let's find out. Mountain. No, it doesn't look like it. Looks like we're screwed. Yeah, no way. Phyrexian Arena against Mountain. Alright, 2 mountains. Slick Shot show off already. Already buffing it too. I take 4. See if I want to pump is on more. Charming Scoundrel. Can take a little bit of this damage, right? He draws a card, but at least we get that out of the way. Still very wide open to our opponent's things. But I have 3 land. There's nothing I could have just like done there. Okay, not dead to 1 anger. Hopefully that's all he does. 2 mono. You got more pumps? Monster's Rage. Only 1 row, genius. Cool. We got 6 mana, or 5 mana, but I'm not gonna use it. I'll take that action. Ooh, that's a good card. We can drop the Demolition Field. I don't think it will matter. Kill it. Kill it with fire. Scam. Leap flop. Ruckus. Cool. Don't want to deli cover up this, right? No way. Do I want to play the Otawara though? It gains me an extra life. It is a removal, but it's a very costly removal, I gotta say. Fugitive Codebreaker. Alright, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He probably has burns to kill his own scam. But it is forcing him to play it out. Maybe I would have embedded Ertai there. No, and gave me the life. Okay, cool. Then it didn't matter there. Rage. All the life I gain is gone. I'm not gonna draw a card that matters here, I think. Okay, so Deadly Cover Up, kill this. Take out the Codebreaker. C3, 4, 5, 6. There you go. Let's take out your Codebreaker, I guess. It's in your hand. Blazing Crescendo. Alright, no Codebreaker for you, no card draw. Well, no burst card draw at the moment. That's a land. Cool. I'm gonna decline. Do I flip this? Do I attack him for 4? If I flip this, right? 1, 2, 3, 1. I have to discard my... No. Okay, he plots. Now I can flip it. Take action. Path of Peril. That's sorcery speed. We'll end turn. Take action. Kotose. Okay, that's a good card. Another Path of Peril. Okay, what do I Kotose out? The Scamp? Ancestral Anger. Slick Shot? Probably a Slick Shot, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I only have 8 mana though, gotta be a little bit careful. So I could take out his Slick Shot and he won't have any more Slick Shot, but I won't have a counterspell this turn. Do I just wait another turn and hope to draw a land? He can apply his Slick Shot, then I won't lose my chance to take out a Slick Shot. Alright, you know, let's do the responsible thing here and not be greedy. That's the bursty burst. That's a lightning strike. Okay, GG. Too afraid of your own Slick Shot? Come on. Welcome back, everyone. Now that you've seen all of those games, how did you feel? I love this deck. I mean, this is one of those decks that I crafted, built myself, and I am absolutely in love with this deck. It's so good. It's so strong. And all the removal kills and hits all of the early game decks, right? All the aggression gets stifled by all this removal. And if they're Boros or some sort of go wide strategy, we have 4 Path of Peril. That will definitely get them. And then if they are not go wide, they're not aggro, they're temple, well, all these, good sort of value removal can fight the temple. We definitely can sustain our temple decks. And then if we're playing against a late game deck, well, guess what? Phyrexian Arena gets a lot of card draws, and all of our cards get into their deck. So if you're a late game deck, we're a late game deck. If you're an early game deck, well, you get countered. You're getting removed, right? So there's really not much of a way to beat this deck other than just getting better draws, which, I mean, a lot of our opponent can do that. That's definitely a possibility. And if we get bad draws and our opponent is aggressive, they can still overrun us. That's not out of the realm of possibility. But if you want to have fun playing a deck, this is definitely one of those decks that's really, really fun to play. Every game is going to be different because we're playing our opponent's deck, so every game is going to be different. Even if all our opponent play is mono red, right? There's different ways to play against mono red. We can steal their cards against them, as you've seen in our games, where it's still their bird and they just quit, or you can march the heck out of their creatures and gain a lot of life that way. You can, if we have a lot of cards in our hand, we can pitch them all to march because we don't need card advantage against aggro. We just need life. And then once we have that, once we have the sustained abilities, when we get to mid to late game, all the removal and card advantage will pile onto our opponent and they will not be able to win. So yeah, this deck is fun. That's just one word for it, fun. That's really all I got for you today. Thank you very much for joining me, and I will see you guys next time.